What ho! It's time for another video. I've been away for a while, but don't worry, I've been busy. Today we're going forward to look at a new system, the Commodore 64, apparently the best-selling computer ever made. That's forward. But also, we're going backwards. Back to the early days of the channel, when I looked at the Usborne Write Your Own Fantasy Games for Your Microcomputer. I did one for the Spectrum. This time we're looking at the Commodore 64. And a big shout out to Mr. Liam Bramwell, who sent me the dungeon generator, which got me started on the whole process. What is it? It's an exciting fantasy role-playing game where you are the hero. Let's find out more.
Slipping back through time, you chance upon a land where dragons dwell and people use magic. Here you find the once fair castle of Kraken lying in ruins, devastated by the evil sorcerer Klim. In the hewn-out caverns beneath the castle, monsters and magic traps guard the treasures that are stored there. The survivors of Kraken tell you that worse than the loss of their gold is the loss of their magic idol, hidden in the deepest level below the castle. They are desperately searching for a hero who can retrieve the lost idol before Klim turns its powers to his own evil ends.
Klim Kliminy, Klim Kliminy, Klim Klim Curry. The idol will be mine. Just wait and see.
Welcome to the Commodore 64 and Dungeon of Doom. This is the program given to me by Mr. Liam Bramwell. I'm loading it from disk. He gave it to me as basic, which is a text format in Notepad. I then took it in, made some changes, and one of the big things I've made it so you can load from disk. And I'm going to run the program. So what is the dungeon generator? Well, in a role-playing game, you get the player characters and also the dungeon master. And here, the dungeon master invents the dungeon and everything in it. And we have to do that by creating an exciting maze full of monsters and traps and treasures for us to adventure in. So we are both the evil sorcerer Klim and the hero at the same time. So the game loads and we have a 15 by 15 grid with a flashing cursor in the top left hand corner. It's the level generator. This is level 1. Press H for help. We have a very useful online help system, which is I really rather like. Press H, press any key. It tells you what you need to do. So you move around the area with A, Z, N and M. A and Z is up and down, N and M left and right. Pressing number 1, you place a wall. Walls are obviously solid, block movement. 2 is a potion. 3 is a treasure chest. 4 is the magic idol itself, which should be placed at the very end of the game. 5 is the way in. 6 is the exit to the next level. 7 is a trap. We don't like traps. 8 is a safe place where you're safe from monsters and can heal. 9 is a guard, or a monster of varying sorts. 0 is to erase. And then we get some additions, which we'll explain as we go forward. T is a torch. You have light in the dungeon. Usborne suggested adding this, so I've added it. This pick restores your supplies of light. R is a rock fall. You move into this square, and there is a chance it may collapse and therefore turn into a wall, blocking your path. W is a password. This square gives you the magic number in order to get past a mysterious guard. P is the square that requires the magic password, which will block your movement. B is a holy barrier. This was suggested by Usborne as a use for the morality attribute. Only the penitent can pass. And then S to save to disk. F to finish and quit out of the game, out of the level generator. I've designed a set of 3 levels for our game. I'm going to show you the first one to not spoil the rest of the game for you. So I can hear I'm moving around using the cursors. I've got the nice flashing block. And I'm going to start placing walls. These checkerboard affairs are walls, which obviously block your movement, block sight. Monsters can't move through walls, and neither can you. So let's have a nice section of walls. So a nice little effect. Usborne did a very good job with this game because all the different computer stuff. This is the Commodore 64 version. The Spectrum version looks very much the same. It's red and yellow, and you've got obviously the same graphics. And some things are different, as you will see, like the sounds. But other things are, yeah, this is the same sort of thing, and it's really rather nice. It's easy to use. You've got help telling you what you need to do. If you have the actual book, the PDF is available online from Usborne themselves. You can look it up in the Book of Lore, what the different buttons do, but also you can just press help at any time and see what's going on. So building here a maze of tunnels and chambers and vaults. It's all very exciting. So once you've placed all our walls, you actually do things in any order you like. I'm doing it this way, I find it easier to understand. I'm going to put the monsters in. You press 9 to put a guard in, which is the monster. The Usborne version gave you a random monster of the monsters available. It gave you 3 to start with and suggested a 4th. I've changed it so when you press 9 you get the weakest monster, and if you press 9 again it'll increase the strength of the monster by 1 until you get to the strongest monster, monster number 4, and then it cycles round again. So here I put the second strongest monster, second weakest monster, sorry, monster number 2. So the lad with the sword is the weakest. The big leggy lad is the next up. It's only level 1, so we don't want to overwhelm the player. Let's play some monsters, and see here, a bit of a challenge. So there, I'm going to put a holy barrier that only the holy man can get past. That is going to be the magic password we're going to need to get past a later square. And there is going to be the square that requires the password. I designed these question marks myself. I thought, let's use the Spanish question mark because, they go together. Let's put a treasure chest there. Over on the right, let's put a magic potion, which the Usborne help calls a vase, but I'm calling it's a potion, really. Let's put a torch there. So when you're in the game, you can reveal a series of squares by using a reveal key. That egg thing is actually a rock fall. It's meant to represent a falling boulder. Let's put another magic potion there. And some treasure in the corner. But where do you come in and where do you go out? We don't know. Let's find out. Let's put a trap there. Traps are places that stop you from moving until you're strong enough to escape them. So if you're running away from a monster, they can be very, very deadly. Another treasure chest there. So at the bottom, we're going to put a white door, which is the way forward. And at the top, we're going to a black door, which is the way in. So we start at the top and need to get to the bottom of the screen. Once we're happy with what we've got, we press S, and then the game will turn what you see on the screen into a very long string. 1 moment, please. I will then save to disk. As file level 1, and then we carry on. Now we move on to the character generator, which again you load from disk. It's called CharGen, obviously in drive 8. Off it loads. Various types of characters the game suggests. You may have, for example, the dwarf, tough and violent despite being small, has some lesser magic abilities like seeing in the dark. Or perhaps the thief, fairly strong and intelligent, avoids combat, prefers to use cunning where possible, no magic. Those aren't in the game though. What you get is a selection of attributes: strength and vitality, agility, intelligence, experience, luck, aura and morality. And you get to increase and decrease them using the cursor keys, up and down and plus and minus. You can't change your experience. Your default character, if there's nothing else, is going to be the Wanderer, who is a bit of a jack of all trades, master of none. But here I increase my strength, I'm increasing my vitality and my agility to a certain point that I become the Barbarian. The Barbarian can use the heaviest weapons, but no magic at all, unlike the Wanderer who can use very basic magic. So in the game as originally written, morality does nothing at all, apart from choosing your character. Intelligence does nothing at all either. Usborne suggests adding morality as a magic barrier, only for holy people, which I've done. I also added intelligence, so you got a chance to get past the password. Now once you've selected your attributes, you press space, move on to the armory, you get to choose your weapons. The Barbarian can use any weapon, other characters have more restrictions. For example, the Warrior can't use the two-handed sword, and you select things. You've got two-handed swords, broadswords, swords, maces. Then you move it on to the accoutrement section, which is the armour. The Barbarian cannot use heavy armour. I made that change, because originally the Barbarian and the Warrior were very, very similar. So I changed it. Here you can also buy torches, you can see. Very important. Finally, onto the Magic Emporium, where you might buy such things as the Necronomicon, the scrolls, the ring, a mystic amulet, sash, cloaks, healing salves and potions. Now of these, the Barbarian can use nothing. Originally, the Wanderer, the Cleric and the Mage could use the Necronomicon, but I changed it so only the Mage could, because that has the most powerful spells. Once you've pressed space for the third and final time, you get to name your character. Obviously it's Barbarian, it's called Conan, and it's then saved to disk, and then dumps you back to basic. So you can run the game again and create a different type of character. So look, I'm going to create a mage here. So obviously we start as a wanderer. If you increase the agility, increase intelligence especially, and aura is used to cast spells, you eventually get a mage. Here we can see a mage carrying the Necronomicon and a mystic staff. So if intelligence increases enough, you get to be a mage. Other types of characters include the warrior, who can have the most powerful armour, the heavy armour, but not the two-handed sword. Here we see the warrior in helmet, shield, chainmail, broadsword in hand, ready for action. See here, they cannot have the two-handed sword, they can have all the other weapons. The weapons all stack, so as do the armour. Or perhaps you may choose to be a holy man, the cleric.
What?
No, not that sort of cleric. Think more a warrior priest of the Middle Ages. That's more like it. Warhammer in hand, holy scrolls in the other, ready to smite evil. For that you need high morality and high intelligence. One thing I noted when using the Usborne version is the cleric can't buy the two-handed sword, broadsword or short sword or axe, fair enough. Also can't buy the mace or the flail, can only buy the dagger, which is not right. There was a thing about, priests can't use edged weapons. It's in Dungeons and Dragons. Apparently it's only based on something to do with Bishop Odo on the Bayard Tapestry, because he used a mace. So I didn't like that, so I changed it. Yeah, I shouldn't be able to buy a dagger. So good thing is, because it's a type-in, you get to change it. So here's how you do it. So the line in question for weapons is, it's line 1140 in the character generation book. See, I'm character class 2, which is the cleric. There are 5 classes. 1140, so 0 means you can't buy it, and these are the weapons in order. So barbarian is 5. See here, the barbarian can buy the two-handed sword. The broadsword is available to both the warrior, number 4, and the barbarian. The short sword can also be bought by the wanderer, who's the very first number. So here I'm setting it so the mace and the flail can be bought by the cleric, but not the dagger. We're now ready to actually play the game, which you load by loading the game called Game from Drive 8. Accessing it now from disk. This is all done in emulation, of course. I'm using Vice. You can make discs faster in Vice. I like to get the slow feel. So I've generated 5 characters for you to use. You can always make your own. And we have a dungeon of 3 levels that we're going to try and complete today. Or otherwise the evil Klim will triumph. Once the game is loaded, you can then run. Get a strange appearance on the screen, which means we're loading a second ROM of characters or something and then generating them. Then it asks us for the name of the hero. I'm using the Magician Merlin, which I created earlier. We then load from disk. The other heroes are Del Shannon, Conan, Lancelot, and Stifkey, or Stooky if you're local. And then load the dungeon disk. It'll load a file called level 1 because we're loading the first level. We're loading from disk, not from tape. The screen goes brown, and off we go. Merlin is at the top of the screen. Merlin is facing west, strength 7, vitality 6, aura 8. As you move around the dungeon, your strength will slowly drop. I've now pressed R to reveal, which uses one of my torches, and we're instantly attacked by a monster. To fight back, you need to press the letter A and hold down the button. You fight the monster. The goblin has hit me, and it's broken my dagger. As you fight in the game, you will actually lose equipment rather than gain it. So rather than getting stronger, you actually get weaker. So keep fighting the monster. And I've killed the goblin. And I'm nearly dead. So I've had a quick potion to heal up. On the screen you can see an upside down question mark. That's a password. A blob on the floor, which is a trap. And I'm moving up towards a treasure chest. The white door at the top is the entrance. So you move around with B turned left, N is turn right, M is move, A is attack, G is get, R is reveal. So strength drops all the time as your hit points. Oh, there's another monster called the... I've given the monsters names rather than just monster. So I press the letter C and it tells us I can use various magics. Each spell requires a different thing. Then you have to hold down the number you want to cast. So I'm desperately trying to cast Super Zap, which will kill the monster instantly. But it's not easy getting the book out and casting a spell while a goblin is trying to stab you in the groin. But I've done it. Thank you, Super Zap. So, in order so I don't die again, I'm now going to... Thank you, come on. I'm going to cast a spell to increase my strength. I'm going to cast Power Surge. Power Up. Which increases my strength a little bit. My vitality enormously. There is natural healing in the game. If you're not moving, your strength increases by 1/1100ths of your vitality, which is very, very slow. But it does work. If you use healing spells, it's obviously a lot quicker. You heal fully. If you use a magic potion or a healing salve, again, that's a lot quicker, but those are limited. If you are lucky enough to find a safe space, a sanctuary, which is a circle on the ground, you heal a lot quicker at 1/50th of vitality per turn. So I've now revealed some more. We have another type of monster, a big leggy lad. He's active, he's through a wall. Monsters can't hit you through the wall, and you can't hit them. You have to be next to each other. So I'm going to zap him with Super Zap. I've lots of Super Zaps. The numbers to the right of the spells are the number of spells you have left. Because I'm a sorcerer supreme, I have lots and lots of spells. So I'm going to make a safe space here using... And the sanctuary spell is from the scrolls, the mystic scrolls, which both the wizard and the cleric can use. So I'm now healing very quickly. I've now activated the monster. This is the goblin. Only one monster at a time can be active, which makes things quite tactical. So you can reveal lots of them, but they're all asleep. So the monster that's active is flashing. So he can't get me at the moment, but I can't get him. So what I'm going to do is the good old-fashioned Super Zap. Super Zap, Super Zap, it's Super Zappy. I've lots of those, hopefully not going to run out. Experience is now risen to 3. when you have enough experience, when you have 2 experience, you get to go on to level 2, and 3 go on to level 3. Because you get experience forecasting spells as well as killing monsters, I'm doing very well. Originally you get 0.1 for killing a monster. I changed it so it's 0.1, and then it's increased by the type of the monster. So goblins are monster type 1. Trolls, which you've seen, the big leggy lad, is monster type 2. Then a reveal. There's the exit. And we have a troll on the way. Because he's goblin, sorry. I get to use some spells. I'm going to use Super Zap. That's another dead goblin. The little bottle thing is obviously a potion. Whenever you pick up a potion, it's also a potion and a healing salve. One heals your strength, one heals your vitality. Vitality does get reduced in combat very slightly. Strength reduces all the time. If you hit walls, you hit in combat. What's revealed there is a torch, and we've got another troll. So I'm going to try and cast Super Zap. Oh dear. Trolls hit me. Trolls hit me again. This is not good. Oh, trolls hit me. I'm getting creamed here. So let's run away. Run away. And he's still hitting me. Keep running. Keep running. My strength is not 0 because I would be dead. However, it's certainly below 1. So hopefully I can cast Super Zap. Take that, you fiend. There are 2 sorts of sounds used in the game. It's a sort of bleepy sound and a sort of crunchy sound, thanks to the power of the SID chip. And I'm going to head back to the sanctuary, where I'll heal a lot quicker. Otherwise, you're left with editing the speed of the emulator, going into warp mode, otherwise you're waiting forever. Or using one of your precious potions. Potions heal very quickly, but you're limited in number. I have 6 potions and 5 salves. Potions heal your vitality, I believe, and salves your strength. So even by moving from there, my strength has dropped down to 6. To move around the maze. See, not everything is... traps appear. There's a rock fall on this page, but we've not triggered it, therefore it's not appeared. So let's go and get a torch. We only have 7 torches left. So B and M turn you, M moves, G is get. So my torch has now got up to 19. Because we have more space on the screen, originally the right-hand side of the brown area was completely empty. So I started to use that for displaying your torches, your potions, your salves, and your spells. Otherwise it's just wasted space. So you know how many spells you have, and you know which ones you can cast. So now going into the exit for the level. That's file level 2 loaded. The screen fills with brown, and away we go. Murder's at the bottom of the screen, in a dark space, or rather scary, facing north. And where should we go? Oh, straight into a wall. So let's reveal some spaces. What do we have? A great big wall in front of me. Oh, there's the exit on the other side of the wall, which you can't get to. So you have to get around there. So let's be cautious, move forward. And let's cast a spell. Let's create a safe space so we can retreat to. Monsters cannot go into the sanctuary. And I've got 23 of them left, so I can fill loads of the level with them. And I've healed up, which is nice. Healing and Power Surge drop your aura. Once aura drops to 0, you can't cast any more spells. Oh, there's a troll. That's not good. And he's beating the crap out of me. Because I'm a mage, I can only be armed with a dagger, and I've already lost the dagger on the first level. So we're back to trying to use Super Zap. And casting spells in combat is a dicey measure. So the best thing to do is run away. I'm nearly dead again. Can I cast Super Zap, or will I die in the attempt? Have it. So I think I'm now going to heal myself, just in case. So it's based on the keys you're pressing at the time. There we are. Right. Let's go and reveal some space. Oh, we have a magic potion to the south. We'll have that. Thank you very much, sir. I believe this brown is in fact Commodore red, but I'm not quite sure. It's certainly rather brown for a red. I've now nicely healed up. And let's go exploring. What do we have over here? Let's reveal some more. Oh, there's a torch there. That'll be nice. And a monster, which I think is a ghost, I believe. Fortunately, I have the super zap and magic and can go through walls, which is very handy because it's magic, isn't it? I gave the monsters names. The game comes with 3 monsters as default. I've added a 4th as suggested by the good people at Usborne. So goblins are the weakest, then trolls, then ghosts, and the top monster is the vampire. Pick up some more torches. It's always nice. Let's go through the gap. Lucky there, because that was a rockfall. Oh, and we have a troll. That's not good. Run away! And let's cast Super Zap. And that worked, thankfully. Experience is up to 5. Experience does nothing apart from letting you get to the next level. It doesn't make you stronger, doesn't make you better at dodging. That's all it's used for. So strength is used for your health, vitality is for healing, agility and luck are used for hitting and being hit. Luck is also used for getting out of traps, as is your strength. Now onto level 3, we you file level space 3. So it's all used on discs, not none of this tape nonsense. So again, the dark spaces of level 4, level 3 even. This time we're getting very serious. So, what should we cast? Let's have a bit of a sanctuary. There we are, healed up rapidly, thank you very much. Let's do a reveal, and oh dear, we have, looks like a ghost. Ghost. Are you afraid of any ghosts? Well, Merlin isn't. He's going to treat that ghost to a super zap toast. Good old Merlin. He doesn't mess about. Ooh, let's reveal. We have we have a cross in front of us, which is a holy barrier that only the people who are of high morality can cross, and that's not Merlin, because obviously he's a very naughty wizard. So we have to go a different way. What do we have around here? Give me the magic number. Fortunately, Merlin is clever, so you can just walk past it. If you're not clever, you have to find the password somewhere else in the level, and then hold down the button. So I've picked up another magic potion and a healing salve. Let's do a nice reveal. Oh, we have treasure chests as well. We like treasure chests, because money can be exchanged for goods and services. Pick those up. Let's move around to the right. So we're doing pretty well here. Can we find the magic idol before the evil Klim does? It's looking good. Uh-oh. We have a vampire. The vampires are the most powerful monsters. Fortunately, Super Zap is super effective. Finally can use it without it biting you. Straight down to 2, down to 1. That was close. That was too close. Maybe a bit of healing, or maybe a power surge, perhaps. It's a little finicky casting spells, but if you hold the keys too much. Here we are. 3rd time's the charm. That's better. So let's go with, I think, a bit of healing. Yes, that's better. My vitality is now dropped because healing resets your strength and vitality. So my vitality was supernaturally increased. It's now back to normal. Bit of cunning reveal here. See what's around the corner. There's a monster there. Because it's too far away, he can't get me yet. So I'm going to use magic, which kills the ghost. Venkman's got nothing on me. Round we go. So, the square in front of it is a trap. can get stuck. You can get caught in a trap, and the only way out is patience and letting yourself heal, which is not very good if you're running away from a monster. Plenty of torches. Let's reveal some more light. We have a circle, which is a sanctuary. Beyond that is I think it's a troll. So I'm standing on the safe space, and I can hit the troll with impunity. Because he can't get me, because that would be cheating. But I can just beat him up with my bare fists, which might take a while. But I've certainly beat the troll to death. So let's see what else is in the room. We've got trolls, ghosts, and vampires. The vampire at the back is activated, so I'm going to use the magic spell from the Necronomicon to tell him what for. Let's kill that vampire. So whenever you reveal a monster, only one monster at a time is active. If you move on to the square and there's not an active monster, it becomes active. So here comes the ghost. So let's use the Necronomicon again. We like the Necronomicon. Some people say it's bad for your health, but I think it's very useful for killing things. Written by the mad Arab Abdul Al-Hazred, of course. There we are. And it was very expensive. 20 gold, but worth every penny, I think you'll agree. So let's see what else is in this room. That's the edge of the map. Let's look south. Oh, look, that's the golden magic idol. We want that. It looks a bit rude, but that's what it is. There's a vampire there. Let's try and get out of the room. Oh, no. Let's try and escape. Oh, it's after me. The vampire is hitting me. Can I get out of the room first? Can I get out of the room without dying? Come on. Come on. No. Shit. No. Come on. Thank you for watching my revisit of Dungeon of Doom, but this time on the C64. I put some extra features in from the book that I didn't do in the Spectrum version. Some of them didn't quite work as well. The documentation and the line numbers were about 100 out, which meant they didn't actually work. It describes the Holy Barrier as using morality, but the attribute it uses is in fact aura, and so on. However, they were pretty easy to fix. I rather enjoyed it. The sound effects were interesting, and I rather enjoyed the hand-holding that Usborne give you and getting used to a new system. Anyway, thank you for watching, and hopefully see you again next time.